Hi everyone. After the multiplayer games, the rest of round 2 will be normal games, starting with the Orks, who take their turn and venture into the rich quarters, which are currently held by the Carnival of Chaos. So maybe they can take their territory and claim it for their own. The Orc warband is originally led by the Orc boss Vadrek the Cruel, but he misses out this match because of an injury he took last game. Therefore, Zok Gitripper will be in charge this turn. He's the Orc with the most experience, so it will be his turn to lead the warband against the Carnival and maybe repeat what they done to them in the warm-up matches, where they wiped them out completely and had them start anew. He's accompanied by another Biggin, Agrim Atmosher, with a two-handed weapon. On the left-hand side is Ulkor, the Shaman. He's a menace to behold. And on top of the stairs, there are the two boy heroes with crossbow each and quick shot. As for the henchmen, there's one boy with two axes, two boys with spear and shield, another boy with sword and shield, an additional goblin with sword and shield, and rounding up the warband are four goblins with short bows. Those have +1 ballistic skill. The Carnival, as always, will be led by Moonhead, the Carnival Master. He wants to defend his territory, but just like the Orcs, he will not be able to field the full potential of the warband as for Clownface, who's out with an injury for this match. But he still has his two henchmen on his side, the Gardener and the Carnival Chef, and one additional Brethren who leveled up and became a hero, Sunshine, the guy with the sun mask, and down in front, still the other tainted one, Howard Lucas. As for the henchmen, 5 demons, which contain 3 Nurglings and 2 Plague Bearers, and 2 Brethren with bow, and a single Twister with club and dagger. As the Orcs are trying to take the territory from the Carnival, the objective of this game will be to hold 4 buildings in the middle, the Watchtower, the big ass building in the center, the Wizard Tower, and the red tavern-like building. So it will be 8 turns, and whoever controls most of the buildings at the end of turn 8 will be the winner. And as you can see, the Carnival has deployed on the left hand side Moonhead, along with one Plague Bearer, the Gardener, and a single Twister. Besides him, Lucas and the 3 Nurglings, all in their tiny glory. Then the 2 Brethren with bows, they are ready to climb the stairs, alongside with Sunshine, the Chef, and the last Plague Bearer. On the other side, the invading Orcs, Zok and Agrim, the 2, along with one Spearboy and 2 Goblins, they are getting covered by Hakon, who's watching over the streets from the big house. And Ulkor with Spearboy, Swordboy, and Gaudin. He's flanked by Voglut with 2 other goblins and the Orc with the 2 axes. That's it for deployment. 8 turns to go, with the Carnival starting the game. Turn 1, movement. The same procedure as last game, same procedure as every game. Well, all moved up, no one can shoot, turn over, Orcs, turn 1. No movement, starting with animosity. 3 guys on top, all 3 pass. 3 guys on the floor, all 3 pass. And the other 3 guys over here, all 3 pass. Movement. Move. In the center. Moved. In the center as well. Moved through the building. No one can shoot. No one can do anything. Next turn. Alright, jokes aside, the Carnival getting into position and taking cover, so they cannot be shot by Hakon, who sits in the building and awaits the incoming potential victims. Hiding around the wizard tower and climbing up the stairs. The brethren also getting in position, and the one on the first floor is the only one who didn't ran, so he can fire. Down on the street, the plague bearer takes the front seat because he causes fear and has good toughness and a ward save. So brethren shooting and missing on a 1. That's it. On to the orcs. As always, starting with animosity. All the 3 boys in the building, they all 3 pass. Down on the street. Oh, the furthest right, the spear boy, he fails the check and rolls a 4, so he just stands there and does nothing. And around the biggins, all 3 pass. Shuffling forward, no attacks, so just getting into position and hopefully fire some arrows on the demons of the Carnival. And on the other side, also just getting in position. The goblins wanted to try and climb up. One passed the initiative check, the other one just has to stand down on the street. For shooting, Hakon, he sees one of the Nurglings, so he can fire. But first, let's start with magic. Ulkor trying to cast Fists of Gork, he needs an 8 and 5 is not enough. Hakon shooting over half range and the Nurglings are in cover, so needing 5s, 2 4s, 2 misses. And the rumble begins. Plaguebearer attacked the orc with sword and shield, so he needs a leadership check. 7 is good enough, he passes. As for the rest of the Carnival, they moved up against the house to claim it at the end of the battle. Sunshine protecting the arrow brethren. On the other side, some charges took place as well. 2 Nurglings attacking the spear boy, though they don't cause fear. And the rest getting into position to support the Plaguebearer in front to take the charge on the chin. Then the Carnival Master Moonhead, he tries to cast Bubbos, and on an 11 he passes. Therefore Ogre needs to pass a strength test, and on a 6 he fails, so no armor saves allowed. Roll on the injury table a 4, he's stunned. Shooting phase for the Carnival, both brethren shooting at the Goblin, because he's a easier target. Shooting both at the same time, 1 hits. Strength 3, hitting a 5 is good enough to wound. And therefore on the injury table, another 5 taken out immediately. Then close combat, Plaguebearer attacked the orc with sword and shield. 2 attacks, and hits on a 6, no parry allowed. Strength 4, toughness 4, a die went off the table, so rolling again. And a 5 is a wound. Goes straight through the shield, and therefore rolling on the injury table, stunned as well. The Nurglings attack the spear boy, so spear boy can attack first. He hits on a 3, but fails the wound. 2 Nurglings striking back. First one misses on a 2, and the second one misses as well, so it's a draw. But no all-alone checks for the orc, because Zoc stands nearby. For the orcs, time to retaliate, but starting with animosity. Both goblins pass. Spearboy passes as well, and Gaudin the goblin also. Then, up on top, goblin passes, and the orc boy passes as well. Charges to make, Ulkor causing fear himself, so he doesn't need to roll, and the goblin passes his leadership check. Doesn't look good on the other side of the big house, but Zoc will try to attack the Plaguebearer. He reckons the spear boy can hold up the ground by himself, so the fear check for the Zoc, he passes. And that's the movement so far. Ogre taking a step back and crawling 2 inches from the attackers. And on the other side, the spear boy just awaiting the reinforcements for the Carnival. On the wall, the Axe-boy advancing against Sunshine. Shooting phase, the orcs will retaliate and shoot at the bow brethren. Starting with Ruglut, he hits 2 times on a 6. And strength 4, toughness 3, so needs a 3 to wound, winning once. And it's a critical wound. And a 4 means ricochet, so Sunshine will be hit as well, but his Lucky Charm will prevent the hit. Still rolling on the injury table, and a 5 takes out the Brethren. The Goblin on top, shooting as well at the Brethren on top. He needs a 5 to hit, and hits on a 5. Then strength 3, toughness 3, wounds on a 5 as well. No armor saves for the Brethren, and 6 is also taken out. Wow, good shooting from the Orks. Continuing with magic, Ulkor needs an 8 again and misses again with a 6. The 2 goblins on the other side, shooting on Moonhead and trying to destroy his Lucky Charm, needing a 4 to hit. He's just in cover and within half range, so 2 hits. 1 is absorbed by Lucky Charm, and a wound roll on a 3 is not enough to wound. Then Hakon, he sees down the aisle on the Twister. 2 shots, needing force to hit, 1 hit. And strength 4, toughness 3, not enough to wound. On to close combat, the Shaman Ulkor with the spear, he misses on 1. Gaudin, the Goblin, he hits on a 6. And a 4 is not enough to wound. The Plague Bearer attacking the Goblin, 2 attacks, hitting 2 times on 3. And with strength 4, 6 and a 3 is both enough to wound. And the critical ignores armor saves as well. So 2 injury rolls, the first one kills him immediately. Then again, against the Nurglings. Nurglings have a higher initiative, so they're striking first. First one misses, second one misses as well. Therefore the Orc can strike back. He hits on 5 and doesn't wound on a 2. Then Zok Gitripper attacked Plague Bearer, 3 attacks, needing a 5 to hit because of the Cloud of Flies, hitting 2 times therefore. And he has just strength 3, so needing a 5 to wound, that's not enough. Then the Plague Bearer attacking back and hits 1 time against the Lucky Charm. Turn 4 for the Carnival, the Gardener stays in the garden. And the Twister attacked Ogre, who's on the ground. Moonhead supports the 2 Nurglings, and Howard Lucas is right behind him. The Chef going upstairs, he's not in combat, he's just chilling on the edge of the building, though he's in cover. As you can see, Hakon has no line of sight. On the other side, there's nothing really much happened, just Sunshine, who tried to make a name for himself and going into combat with an Orc who has 2 axes. And the lonely Nurgling chilling at the edge of the house. Then for the magic phase, Moonhead trying to cast the buboes again on those goblins on top of the stairs. Just a 6, that's not enough. Therefore going straight into close combat, starting with the Plague Bearer against Zok. He hits 1 time, Zok could parry, fails to parry, therefore strength 4, toughness 4, 5 is enough to wound, going straight through the armor of Zok. And the injury roll is a 5, so Zok is also taken out. That's not good. Agrim has also been attacked. He is on the ground, so the attacks hit automatically, but the Lucky Charm prevents 1 of them. So rolling 2 dice and the highest one being ignored, that's the club. So the Dagger could wound, strength 3 against toughness 4, would need a 5, and resilient bumps it up to a 6, and he got a 6. Therefore it's not a critical wound, though the Dagger means Agrim has a 6+ armor save and he makes it. Then continuing with Moonhead, he charged the Spear Boy and he hits on a 5 and fails to wound on 1. That's not good. Continuing with the Nurglings, first one fails to hit, second one fails to hit as well. Therefore the Orc can strike back. He attacks a Nurgling, it's easier to kill, and misses on a 1 as well. On the other street, the Plague Bearer attacking first against Ulkor, and hitting 2 times on a 6 and a 4. Strength 4, Toughness 4. 2 critical hits. That's bad. And it's a 5. Plus 2 to the injury roll and 2 injury rolls. Wow, that's an ultra kill. And Sunshine trying to kill some orcs as well. He has 2 attacks, needing a better result than 2 2s, so he misses 2 times. The orc can strike back, hitting 1 time, no parry allowed, and gets a critical wound on Sunshine. And it's a 3, therefore 1 wound becomes 2 wounds. And on a 5, he kills Sunshine. But remembered, he has step aside, and at double 6, he steps aside both hits. Starting with animosity, because no voluntary route is allowed. The goblin on top passes, Spearboy in the street passes as well. And on the other side, the 2 goblins, the one on the floor passes with the 2, and the one upstairs on a 6. The Spearboy trying to charge the Plague Bearer as well, and on a 10 he fails the leadership check. Then going over to the shooting phase, first goblin shooting on the Plague Bearer, missing on a 1, and the second goblin also shooting on the Plague Bearer, and he misses on a 4. Then Hakon, he shoots on the Tainted one, hitting 1 time, and not enough to wound because the Tainted one has toughness 4. Close combat, Ogre stood up, so he strikes last. Brethren hits on a 6 with the dagger, and winning on a 6 again. And yeah, Ogre has to pass a armor save and fails on a 5. But luckily for him, he just goes down again. Fighting against the Spearboy, attacking with the Nurglings first. First Nurgling hits and fails to wound. Second Nurgling hits as well and wounds on a 5. And the armor save from the Spearboy, just a 5, therefore injury roll, and another 5 kills the boy. On the other side, the Plague Bearer attacking the Sword Boy. 2 attacks, hitting once on a 6, and a 4 to wound. It's a 5, that's enough, no armor saves allowed. And the injury roll takes him out. It's going all the way downhill for the Orc mob. Then Sunshine against the Orc, can strike first, hitting 1 time on a 5, and wounding this time on a 5 as well. Injury roll takes out another Orc. Well, this will be the last turn. Let's see how much casualties the Carnival can inflict before the Orcs retreat. Starting at least with a past fear check for this Spearboy. Sunshine also attacked Roglut, trying to kill another one. And on the other side, it's an all-out brawl. Ogre down in the center, he surely be taken out this turn as well, as is the other little goblin on the floor. But first, let's do some magic. Bubbos against the goblin on top of the stairs. 6 is not enough, so the goblin survives. Starting the combat with the chef against the goblin, hits on a 6 and wounds on a 3. And a 5, kills the goblin. That's taking care of business. Continuing with the Carnival Master, Moonhead, he hits automatically and would have needed a 5 to wound because of the resiliency of Ogrim. And therefore continuing with Lucas, he has 2 attacks. And a 6 is enough to kill Ogrim Metmosha. And the Plague Bearer against the Spearboy, hitting on 2 6s. It's on a killing spree, this thing. Although the Spearboy should have attacked first, so let's do him. He misses on a 1 completely. Then the Plague Bearer hitting on a double 6 again. Wow. Therefore, strength 4, toughness 4, wounds on a 5 and a 5. This demon is on fire, or something Nurgling like. And the wound roll is underwhelming, just stunned the boy. Sunshine attacking Roglut, 2 attacks, hitting both on a 4 and a 6. Strength 3, needing a 5 to wound. critical wound on a 6. And means 2 wounds instead of 1. Therefore, say 4 on a 2. Ogre is stunned. He passes his initiative check, so he does not fall down. That's it for the Carnival. So the Orks would have their turn next, but they will retreat. They lost too many boys, too many heroes. And yeah, the Carnival had their revenge from the warm-up game and keep their territory. Well, the Orks did win, but it wasn't too bad for them after all. At least no one died, and Ogre actually got Frenzy, though Ulkor suffered a nervous condition and got -1 initiative, and Zok got a leg injury, so he misses out the next match. Though he leveled up weapon skill, and Ruglut also got another skill. He's now an Eagle Eye. And as for the henchman, the boy with 2 axes got +1 strength. Spear boys +1 attack, and the sword boy also +1 strength. Gaudin +1 weapon skill, and the bees +1 initiative. Then for all the Weirdstone they gathered, they hired another boy with 2 axes and another boy with spear and shield. But for the next game they miss out on 2 heroes, Vadrek and Zok. Therefore Ogre will be the leader in the next match, and he acquired a suit of heavy armor. On the flip side, for the Carnival it went pretty good. No one died, and all in all they found 7 Weirdstone, 4 from the exploration phase and 3 from the rich quarter, and sold those 7 for 100 gold. As for the experience, the Carnival actually was the underdog in this match, therefore everyone gets an additional XP, and there are some level ups. Moonhead got +1 attack, the Chef +1 weapon skill, the Gardener +1 wound, as did Lucas +1 wound and +1 weapon skill, and Sunshine got another skill and an additional attack, so he's a sprinter now. The Twisters also got +1 attack, and the Carnival hired an additional Twister, so there are 2 now, and each of them got a suit of heavy armor. Furthermore, the 2 Brutes both acquired a lucky charm, and that's it for the Carnival. They're already at their maximum warband size with 50 models. They cannot hire any mercenaries, nor can they buy a halfling cookbook. And that's it. No significant changes to the campaign map, because the Carnival was successful in defending their territory. Thank you for watching. Hopefully see you in the next video, where the Middenheimers take on the Skaven. Until then, have a good one.